Yo, people, happy new year. Come on. Ding-ding-ding. We're here. New year, new start. Like, I know that everyone's on this, yeah, new me. I just want us to start the year different. Like, think about what are you going to do this year different from last year. Let's be happy about the new year, but how was your 2023? When you think about this time last year and you were celebrating the new year and talking about all the new things you were going to do, did you do them? Did you achieve the things that you wanted to achieve? Or did you not even set goals? So you're at a position where you can't really say if 2023 was a good year or not because you set yourself no targets, you had nothing to compare to, you had nothing to write down, you had no set targets or nothing you wanted to achieve written down. If that's you, let's not do that this year. Let's not have that mindset this year. Let's set ourselves some targets. Let's actually set ourselves some things that we want to achieve, some things that we want to do. Me being me, I think this year I want to set goals based on certain things that are measurable, but certain things that are different from each other. So, my first real goal is a health goal in regards to, losing weight. For me, it might be losing weight. For you, it might be, putting on weight. For you, it might be just being a bit more healthier in regards to going for more walks or whatever, or doing a certain number of press ups or sit ups or whatever it may be. But I feel like there should be a goal around health. And it might even just be, the food that you're eating, just, reducing sugar or whatever. But there should definitely be a health goal in there. And with that, with all your goals, please try and make them tangible. So if it is, I want to walk more, how many steps? Put down, I want to do X number of steps. Do you know what I mean? If it is, I want to eat healthy, how long are you going to go without, I'm going to not eat sugar for the first 6 months of the year? Whatever it may be, like, get down to the point where you have tangible things that you can look back and say, yes, I achieved it, or I almost did it, or no, I struggled. Like, actually have stuff tangible. Second one, I think, is always about personal development. I think it's always good to think about ways that you can improve your personal development. I haven't actually thought about this one yet, like what I'm going to do personal development wise, but I definitely want to look at technology. I think I want to learn, maybe learn a bit more about websites, how they work, or SEOs or stuff like that, how to really use the internet to, boost my content and boost my social media and boost my internet presence. So I want to learn something around that. Financial goal for me, it can work in a few ways. For some people, it's they want to earn a certain amount of money in a year. For other people, it's they want to save a certain amount of money in a year. For other people, they want to grow their wealth by a certain amount. There's no right or wrong, but you should have a financial goal. For me, I want to earn a certain amount. I told my wife, I don't like to talk it out loud, but I told my wife, look, this is how much I want to earn this year. And I think she was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, that's what we're on. I might not, but because I've got that goal, that's what we're working towards. Then I think it's about, a give back goal. So for me, I've also got, what are you doing in regards to helping? Is that mentorship? Like, is that mentoring one person? Is that a friend that you have that you can support or help them? Is there someone at work that may be a junior colleague that you can help develop? Or is there a charity that you really like and want to support? Is there a cause that's really important to you? I think it's important to have goals that are not just for us, but also about helping others and giving back. And then I think for me, obviously, being a husband and a father, they're family goals. So I've got, a goal in regards to the amount of time I want to spend with my wife and my kids. I definitely want that to increase this year. Even though I know I'm going to be even more busier this year than last year, I still want to make sure I make time for my family, and that's really important. What I'm saying is about having goals that are not just, I want to make more money. I want to make, like, okay, yes, you want to make more money. Yes, you want to be rich. Yes, you want to drive the nicest cars. Okay, cool. But what is the actions that you need to take in order to achieve the goals that you're setting? For me, it's about whole round. I don't just want to be rich but have poor health. I don't want to be rich and healthy but have no friendship. I don't want to be rich and healthy but divorced and, my kids don't like me. So it's really important, do you know what I mean? I don't want to be rich, but then like I'm lacking in personal development. The development that took to get me there, I'm not developing on it, so I become outdated and old, and my ways of thinking are not modern enough to keep up and keep pace. That's how you get replaced. So again, it's all about making sure that you've got these mindsets and these goals. Going back to 2023, I want you to think about, really highlight what was good. Like, what do you think was good about your 2023? What went well? What are some of the things that you think, okay, you know what? I want more of that in 2024. I want to do that more often in 2024. Like, what's that? Then also, what are the things that went wrong? You know that saying hindsight's a beautiful thing? Well, actually, although we don't know what's going to happen in 2024, we can use 2023 as a guide to say, okay, these are the things that came my way. This is how I handled them. This is how I can handle them better in 2024. So really, really assess your year. Like, even assess your friendship groups. Like, who is around you? Like, I've done this so many times. Like, who is around me? Like, who's actually making sense? I don't know. Like, for me, like, as a financial advisor, for example, I'll give you this example. We might have, like, let's say, keep the numbers simple. You got 100 clients, and they produce a certain level of income, because what we do is we charge what we call management fees. So we get a fee for managing the money of our clients, a percentage. And so you add all your clients together, you get a percentage of that fee. But a lot of the time, what we realize is that when you actually look at the bulk of that fee, the bulk of that money, the bulk of that income that you get probably comes from your top 20% of your clients. You're putting all that work into the 80%, but the 20% is where a majority of your money is coming from. When I say majority, normally it's typically like 70 to 75% of the income that you're getting is coming from your top 20% of clients. This might be the same thing in your life. When you look at what did you spend the majority of your energy doing, for some of you it might be work. And if you know that that's the case, if you know that you spent the majority of your time at work, the majority of your energy at work, but yet you weren't able to save, yet you weren't able to, you were just living paycheck to paycheck, you were just able to survive on that salary, that has to change. This year, your focus, forget everything else, forget buying a house, forget the most important thing for you, if that's you in that situation, you've got to look at, how do I make more money for less of my time? Do you understand? That has to be your focus. The system loves to get us in a place where we're giving all our time and we don't have anything else. We have no time for family, friends, nothing else. You're tired, you're giving it all to work. And yet, you have nothing really to show for it. You might have a decent car outside. You might have, you might have gone on 1 or 2 holidays, but really and truly, you haven't got much to show for it. And actually, what you'd be better off doing is looking at what course can I take, what knowledge what position can I move into that will now give me more money, either for less time or even the same amount of time. These are the types of things you want to look at. Like, were you efficient with your time? Even when it comes to your social time, were you efficient? Were you efficient when you weren't at work? What were you doing? Were you efficient with that time? Did it make sense? The people you were hanging with and speaking to, did they really add value? And if they didn't, I'm not saying don't speak to them, but can you reduce how often you spend with people like that compared to spending time with people that can help you boost and increase and grow? These are the types of questions I want you to ask yourself. This year, I don't want it to be a thing of you now coming into 2024 and you're thinking to yourself, it's going to be another long year. You don't want that. You want to come into 2024 thinking about all the possibilities, all the opportunities that are available to you. But how do you know what you're going to get if you don't know where you're going? You know, like you look at Google Maps or Waze, whichever one you use. Imagine having it, knowing where you're going, having it on, but not putting in the postcode. So you can see all the streets that you're going on, you can see all the speed camera, but it's not actually guiding you when to turn left, when to turn right. It's not letting you know about the potential traffic up ahead. It's not actually being efficient for you because you haven't actually put in your destination. That's how a lot of us live our lives. We know we're living, we know we're gonna go to work, we know we're gonna see our friends, our family, we know that we might wanna go on holiday a couple times in the year, but the rest is just up to as and when, as the wind blows, as somebody calls you and says, oh, let's go here. Now you're ready to go. The problem with that is that it's difficult for you to actually achieve what you want out of life if you haven't put the work in. I call it a snowball effect. I tell people, like, when it gets to the end of December, for me, I get stressed because I'm so focused on making sure January is a year that I start well, especially when it comes to my business and the things that I'm trying to achieve in the year. Because for me, it's like a snowball effect. I know if I have a good January, February, March, and it will then roll on, then it gets to a point, for me anyway, it gets to a point, we get to like May, June, July, where it's on autopilot. All the work that I've been putting in at the beginning of the year is now fruition. It's now coming to fruition. It's now working without me having to push, having to drive. Everything's happening naturally. And now I'm able to spot other opportunities because I'm not tied in. I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, think about it. There are opportunities that are coming for you there are opportunities that are going to be available to you in 2024. And your problem is that you're too busy with what's gone on in 2023. You are going into 2024 still trying to finish your breakfast from 2023. And the thing is that you spend so long on what you've carried over and the things you knew were going to happen that you're trapped in that. And so when new opportunities come for you to elevate, when new opportunities come for you to connect with people, and I'm talking connecting with people that maybe there's nothing that you're going to gain from them right now, but they are people of influence, they are people of power, there are people who know people who can help you when you get to that next stage. And the problem is because all you're doing is battling what you brought into the year with from 2023, you miss all the opportunities available to you in 2024. And 2024 becomes a year where it's almost like a nothing year. Now, it's so important that you focus on what you need to do from 2023. You know what you're going into the year in, but also make sure you have systems in place. Make sure you're organized so that you can manage some of the new opportunities. I'm not saying you have to take every opportunity that's thrown at you, but I want you to be able to manage the opportunities that are available in 2024. And you can only do that once you've managed and mastered your time.